Even in the
Okay,
30s, most
early
divorces
30s.
happen in your 30s because you have the option of going older and younger. And yes, that's when most of the, if you look it up statistically, most of the boys that happens in between 28 to
Statistics.
37. So you could look it up. Definitely for the state of Florida. I
What
look
age
it up
should
all the time.
a woman be though?
A lady could be a lady should be definitely past 35.
Damn,
Before she get
Yeah, I agree.
married?
we finna marry a bunch of
Listen,
hoes.
Why do
all
y'all
right.
think people are
But
hoeing just because they not married by
listen,
35?
listen, listen, listen.
Right.
Right.
Does sex make a
That's
girl a
because
hoe?
Maybe
she's a
people
hoe.
want their vagina to
Hold on,
be
man.
empty.
Hold on,
They
hold on.
don't want.
Does sex
It's
make a woman a
15
hoe?
bust down there into
See, sex doesn't
Yeah,
make a woman a hoe.
I don't. It's
A
just.
hoe, it's their mentality or their thought process of what they are, not the people that they don't been with. If
No,
you
that
can't find you a person that you could grow with, then you pick wrong. And if out there picking hoes, then that's what you're gonna have. So I
fellas.
think
You
everybody
wait
should
till a
marry.
woman 35, there's highly likelihood that you're gonna run through a motherfucker who been ran across philosophical, Trev, everybody.
Who are they having
Uh,
sex with? Because I don't
And
see it. When I
so,
walk
what about
outside,
children
it
in
sounds
that
like I'm like,
conversation?
ooh, let me get that one. That one.
Don't let her
Debo,
go
what
to
would you
New
say
York,
about
right?
children? So, should
I'm
they have
sorry.
children before that, out of wedlock? Is that what you're saying?
They all gonna be
well,
single
I'm
moms.
saying I'm saying a lot of people do end up tying the knot early in their 20s and they end up having kids. And about the time they 28, 29, they go on their separate ways. Somebody got to hold the kids or DCF end up with the kids. So either way, something's gonna happen, right? So, but you
Who
could
you
you can
talking
still do.
about?
48 though.
he is from Florida,
Huh?
you guys. He is
Oh,
from
okay,
Florida.
okay, we got
Uh,
okay.
No,
but
I'm
48
born and
though.
raised in DC, so what you're trying to say right there don't make any sense. Now, if
This
we
the
talking about
OG.
somewhere
The
crazy,
numbers you were throwing out wasn't
No,
making
let me.
sense. I was just
Right.
trying to help.
the numbers do make sense. If
Oh,
you think about it, every chick that you know
a
from the
woman
age of
at
14,
35 is at the end of her biologically advised childbearing years. Okay,
yeah,
That's why I
I
was
so
think
asking
that
about
I think that
children.
count for white
Agree.
chicks because they ain't put
Advice,
together
right?
No,
like
no,
that.
it's
Advice. That
it's
has to
reverse.
be
It's worse
for black women.
it's
Oh
worse
my
for black
God.
women.
it's it's a
Actually,
It's
There are
that
worse.
more black
that
women
is
trying to have
outdated
kids.
data, so we can't
Yeah,
say
Yeah,
that right
there
now
are
no,
because
I
more
that
see
black
data
ladies
women
having
was
trying to
kids
have
from
actually
kids.
45,
a
50.
happening
long
after
time ago. That don't
35
mean
is
they
Yeah,
just
should.
a
It's
lot
not. It's
harder
not.
on you. I would not suggest it
That's
for anyone.
biology. You can't outdate that.
Well,
okay.
biology doesn't lie. By the age of 30, a woman has lost 90% of her eggs. That's biology. That we can't now. Can women have kids with help as older women? Yes. But
Yes.
they only make up 4% of people who are having children. And you got to look at it is so hard on your body. I've talked to nurses and they said, honey, come up to the room with all these little old 40-year-old ladies having babies. She said, girl, she said, some of them look like they about to unalive. She said, do not let them fool you. She said,
Yeah.
no, it is hard for them having a baby. It's hard on their body. They have higher rates of like high blood pressure, was it toxic, whatever this stuff is. They really have a hard time having these babies.
That's
So
not because of age, though.
yes, it is.
That is because of the American diet and the American
What's
lifestyle.
in
It is
their
not
But we
food?
can throw that in
Yes.
there
Yeah,
sure.
but
too.
that's
It
where
is
we
Your
not.
live.
I
age,
want
It's
us to
definitely
stop
in their
thinking
food.
that
Age
the
still has a
medical
factor though.
field.
It's both.
I want us
the
to stop
age is
thinking
still
that
a
the
factor
medical field is any way, shape, or form a credible
though.
thing because we do know that they only do studies on a certain
Yes.
demographic of people. We are largely excluded. So I want us to stop relying on the medical professionals when it suits you,
What?
and then you
You
know
have
they
No, she's
somehow make
right.
solutions
She's
you
to
right.
our
That's
community.
fair.
She's
That's
speaking
fair.
facts.
You know
Come
That's
on,
what they
fair.
Danielle.
do to
That's
our
fair.
community.
you
You know
personally
that
talk
they
to women
exclude
who've
us
had babies
largely. I
after
don't know.
35.
I
Yeah,
have.
are you going to talk or are you going to let someone talk?
Oh, I thought we were having a
Because I
panel
wasn't done
discussion
talking.
on
My
the
lips were definitely moving, and there were words and sounds coming out of my mouth. I don't interrupt you. You often interrupt everyone else. So I am just trying to speak respectfully. I'm not
you're
trying
not
to
being
get
very
mad or nothing
respectful.
like that, but I'm like, I'm talking and I just really would like
Don't
to.
do it like that, Bo.
But I want us to stop using the medical field in some way against people when it works for us, knowing that they largely exclude us from all of these studies.
That's a fair argument.
The BMI chart is off because we are not even included in it. Our makeup is largely different.
Hell no.
And the American diet and the American lifestyle has a lot to do with women having a hard time having babies. Even women in their 20s have a hard time having babies because of the American diet and the American lifestyle. There are a lot of things that have to be redone and looked at again because of all of the changes since these studies were put out decades and generations ago. So I just want to call out the hypocrisy that you all want to use these numbers when it comes to women, but you all understand medical racism. You all understand that, but you do not understand it when it comes to this topic in particular. You all are hypocrites when you do that.
Well,
Oh, you don't have to say you all, because I agree with you.
Hold on,
That's,
hold on.
Can I just say something real quick, real quick, please, real quick.
Miss Mona's word was already up, though. She was already up. She was already up. She was.
Well, can I interject after her?
No, speak, because she hasn't spoken. Go ahead, doctor.
As a certified personal trainer, that stat, when we talk about the BMI is off, of course, it's not like it's 0.03. It's like a very small percentage, right? Only because our fat may lie different. It may be in our blood or something like that. But to say that it's not, it's the best marker that we have. And it's still a guideline, the best guideline to go on. But you don't want to only go on that. The thing is we all know that it's fat. You know, you want to have muscle over fat for sure, 100%. But it's not like you can be 300 pounds and 5'5" and say, oh, our BMI is different. No, there's still a line that we need to go by. Okay. There are different things that come out, but it's not super off. It's not super off. But of course, you do want to. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't work out. That's just the end of the day. We don't work out. We have terrible diets, which go into what Bo said when it comes to childbearing. But majority of the time, the older you are, there's no stat on a planet that say, oh, it's healthier to have a baby when you're older. It's just not. And not only that, your kids have a higher chance of developing autism. That is a fact, regardless if you're an older man or older woman. So we can sit here and try to make it seem like women just have babies at 40. And then this is the thing. And I have nothing against, I know women who have kids in their late 30s and 40s, right? I do know a few of them. And it was very hard for both of them. They had help with this. But I will say this here. Are y'all looking at lifespan? Do y'all know the chances of people even living to be 100 is 0.003%? Do you know you're going to start getting sick and unalive in your 70s and 80s? Most of us going to start leaving. If you have a kid at 30, I'll have to say 45, then the chances of you being here for your grandchildren or anything, it's going to be slim to none. You're not living to be 100. Let's just be realistic about stuff, okay? I don't tell women not to do it. But the women that I know that had kids older, they had already been married for 15, 20 years, and they decided, like, look, now we want to go. We thought we didn't want to have kids, but now we do. So that's a married couple. That's the decision that they made. But just going out here, just I know there's a lady back in another state, I won't say. She did this. She had a baby at 42, died at 44. Okay. So no, I disagree. I totally disagree. We're not looking at lifespan of stuff when we come to things. We just think that everybody on this panel are going to be here the next 10 years. We just think that way. We just all going to be here. That's not how life works.
Yeah, so, but we are in the place where we are the fattest and our food is the worst.
Well, it ain't our food. It's our eating. I'm a vegetarian. That's bullcrap. Okay. I lived in some of the worst places when I first moved to Atlanta. I lived on the south side. I still found time to, what's that? The next thing. I still found time and to drive to get my food. Even now, I drive from Atlanta all the way down to Sealy's on Ralph Avenue to get my vegan wrap. I do it all the freaking time. It is not the food. It is what you're putting in your mouth. Is what you're choosing to do. We cannot continue to blame the McDonald's, the Burger Kings. We absolutely cannot. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're eating.
You got Dr. Lady out here cooking this shit.
But those are the people choices though, right?
No, it's not the choice. You got all these that you can go buy cheap food at all. I'm not going for it. You can say whatever you want. I'm not buying it. Okay. We are lazy. So, and when you want to take this all the way back, I want to go back to what they were saying about marriages. We don't value family anymore. And I think I heard that earlier. We don't value families anymore. We don't value family. We don't value two-parent homes. We keep trying to argue. Oh my God, it's better. I know people that come from a single mother home and they just get good. We're not saying they're not out here. We're not ever saying it's not out here. But the two-parent home is the best. Why wouldn't you want your kids to have a daddy in the home? That don't make no sense. Why would you not? I've done it. And I'm a divorced person, and I can tell you the best thing for me was when my kids went to live with their dad when they became teenagers. They absolutely needed that man's presence. They 100% needed it. I could not say they're the men that they are today, the married men that they are today, if I did not say, you know what, I didn't do right with marriage. You know, I was a young person, stayed married for about 10 years, and yes, I did, want a divorce and all this stuff. But I can tell you this. The worst thing was taking their kids away from the home with the father. I'm sorry. And it is a must. But I also don't think that we are prioritizing our sons enough either. Because there's no way as a mother of boys that I'm going to sit up here and co-sign my son's going here getting women pregnant. Look, if you get her pregnant, that need to be your first choice of a wife, point blank, period. We're not doing this baby mom. I know women that's raising all 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 grandchildren because they little reckless children keep going out here getting women pregnant, or they keep getting pregnant, bringing home the baby to her. That's not going to work for me, ever. Never, ever. So, we need to prioritize our children. We keep saying what both are not doing, but when we are the head of these households, single moms, these are the kids that we're sending out in the world. These are the boys that we're sending out in this world that you ladies don't even freaking want. Let's just keep it real.
Mm-hmm. And won't give them no damn grace after raising them.
Not at all.
Like you just put the boys at the disadvantage, and then when they grow up and try to shoot their shot. Oh no, I don't want you. You came from a single mother. Damn, that's how y'all gonna do it. It's gonna just set us up.
Can I say something real quick? I'm sorry.
Yes. No. I was just gonna say they're glorified. I was just gonna say they're glorified if you go to the NFL, NBA, but they're not gonna take accountability if you go out here and do some messed up stuff. So I'm just saying.